to open the November 18th town council meeting. And John is going to honor us with a prayer.
Father God, thank you for this opportunity for us as leaders and people of the community to come together to develop decisions to help this community best advance the mission field that we're called into. Help us to make decisions that best glorify your will the best that we can. Lord, we honor you and we love you. In your name, amen.
Amen. If you would, pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First item of business is approval of minutes for 10/21/25. I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I have a motion by Herb. Do I have a second? I have a second from John. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. Shannon?
Yes.
Herb?
Yep.
Ed?
Yep.
John?
Yes.
Roger. Next item is approval of claims.
I move we approve the claims.
I have a motion by Ed. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a second from Herb. Do I have any discussion? Hearing none. Okay. Shannon?
Yes.
Herb?
Yes.
Ed? John? Scared me.
One funny.
Okay, first item is I'm going to ask Scott if he can make a comment and
Thank you very much. Yeah, I wanted to come tonight and really mostly an expression of thanks for your assistance as we've gone through the building process, the council, the planning commission, the utilities office. Everybody has just been so helpful. We're very grateful. We should have our occupancy permit from the county by the end of this week. And really the only things left to do in terms of the site is planting some trees. We're hoping to do Saturday if the weather will permit, and get some straw down, some seed on the lot there. But we're right there, and we're just grateful for your help and assistance. December the 7th is our first public service that we have planned, and we'd like to welcome you if you'd like to come. We would be blessed to have you with us. If you have any questions, just let me know.
Scott, I do have a suggestion for you. The drains that you've got coming out to drain underneath the church, around the church and stuff, you need to put some what they call forks in there to keep animals from going up in there. Because if you get a coon or something like that up in there, they'll eat that plastic.
Right. I appreciate that. Yeah, good suggestion.
We put them in all wherever they come out on ground level at the farms and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you for that.
hey, thank you, Scott.
Looks nice.
Yeah.
Sure,
Very
looks
nice.
Thank you very much.
Really good looking building.
Although I will say that I do miss the pizza and stuff.
Well, who knows? Maybe something will come back now that we don't need all the space there.
All right, Jason.
Wanted to give you guys an update about CCMG, and then I'll go through that, and then we'll talk about the local technical assistance program. Community Crossing Matching Grant, I was able to successfully submit October 30th. It was due November 1st, and I got a bounced back email saying that it has been submitted, and I think in a couple months is when we'll know if we receive grant funding of $300 and some thousand for our road treatments for next year. That was a pretty long process for me this year, but fortunately it all went fairly smoothly. And then the local technical assistance program, that is through Purdue University, and they are who grade our roads and control essentially all of our road inventory, and then they submit that to Indiana Department of Transportation. So every year at this time of year, by December 1st, all of our roads and street assessments and pavement ratings and 5-year plan, as well as a asset management plan is all due. And today I was in a Zoom meeting all day with LTAP, with relearning about PACER ratings and becoming qualified. This year they changed everything up again, and now we have to have a qualified PACER rater with a qualification number. And so essentially all I have left is to take that test and then submit a gob of paperwork to Purdue University, and then they'll send me back a letter saying that we as a town are good to go for 2026, and that way in 2026 I can submit for the following year. Any questions about any of that? No?
No.
So that's where we're at. Thanks.
Okay. And we're gonna do now the sidewalk update.
Oh, yeah.
You're up next.
Now,
Multiple things to discuss tonight.
sit down.
Building socially connected communities sidewalk update. We were able to get all of the sidewalks done, and then there was a little extra money left in the sidewalk budget for the grant, and I had some more sidewalk poured on Washington Street, around the 500 block of Washington Street, and that was poured last week, and that should be about it. So now it's just going down to the final little mini details like signage, and there's a drain that we need to install yet. But I'm hoping by the end of November I could submit for our final grant payment and get that project completed. Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
You're up again.
And what was that? Since you're Zach,
Yes, sir. Fantastic.
so you're gonna fill in for Jason.
Perfect. I appreciate it. Happy to do so.
We
Easy to work
appreciate
with so far. So yeah, it's great. So my name is Zach Stevens. I'm with Mainstream Fiber Networks. I'm glad it's not snowing, was what I was thinking on the way here. So especially with all the work that's going to be happening in the area, I wanted to come in and just start having the conversation about our expansion in the town of Hope. So we've already met with Jason a few times. We've walked to the town. We've secured a plot of land where we're actually going to install an electronics cabinet. So essentially what that is this, a metal box that's going to house some of our electronics, and it's going to help support our internet signal as it comes through the area. So we've been working with Jason to make sure that we are working to the town's standard through our deployment. Most of that deployment is planned to be underground currently, but it's looking about the end of the month is when we're going to have all final engineering. So we have an initial high-level design which shows what our fiber paths would be coming through town, and then even the drops to feed every address in the town. But one of the things that we want to do is make sure that we have it all the way down to print set final design
before we propose everything to the town, get approved permitting, make sure everybody's familiar with the standards of the build and process moving forward, and then we're going to come out and connect to the community. So I wanted to start this essentially as a first point of contact so that we can help keep the town updated whenever we get firm timelines and we start to build out here. And you guys know who to call if you have any questions or concerns. So are there any questions right away before I just go into some of the quick data points for the build that we're going to do out here?
So where is your electrical cabinet going to be?
Can you remind me what the
Which one? Call it.
So,
I
yeah,
saw
it's
it, but I just want to make sure.
interestingly enough, Herbie,
We know exactly where it
Mainstream
is.
Fiber purchased 211 Elm Street.
Mhm.
It's
And,
Walnut.
Walnut.
or
Okay.
211 Walnut Street.
I thought so.
Sorry, the old
Yeah,
Billy
sure.
Davis property.
Yep.
And I'm not sure if they're still planning on using the plot that we
Yeah.
originally discussed behind the library
Yeah, and
that we had some issues with.
definitely, and we walked it, and it wasn't really issues. The main concern from our engineering team and our outside plant construction teams, and also our IT teams, is it laid on two different plots. So obviously we could get access, but our teams are more comfortable owning the land, so that way, if it's poor weather, there's an outage at 2 a.m. Headlights aren't pulling through downtown and parking behind the buildings. We can access the property, get it, and do the work that we have to do. So that's what's targeted currently, is the update I got today as well.
And that closing hasn't happened yet on that real
That's
estate.
correct. Yeah.
We needed the minutes that you approved a minute ago, allowing Jason to sign the paperwork at that closing. So that should be happening. That's the only thing I think we're waiting on at this point. So.
Yeah, and I think those have been sent to you.
We had to get approved tonight.
Oh, okay.
Fantastic. I think our team had provided me a potential closing date that they had in their project schedule, and I knew it was coming up.
Yeah,
So
should be soon.
So assuming everything goes as planned, what's your tentative start date, installing the fiber optics?
yeah, certainly. So we're wrapping up our next level connections project. That essentially, when you think about what we focus on, our headquarters is in Brown County. We now have a headquarters in Indianapolis also. So we're very much focused on the rural parts of the community. So we're not like going into Columbus. We've come from 46 and kind of come down the southern part of the county, and now we're coming up the northeastern part of the county. And we actually have a grant awarded area in Decatur County that's going to connect to. So I don't want to provide any construction timelines yet, because if our engineering team comes back with final engineering and then our IT team has an issue with it, that may delay that timeline. So Jason knows I wanted to be breaking ground and having fiber in the area this time, but
So let me ask you this.
yes, sir.
Once you start, how long will it take you to complete our area?
So
Is that
hoping
90 days?
I would probably say anywhere from 90 days to 3 months. So, well,
That's a thing.
yeah, I was going to say, I'm sorry, 90 days, excuse me, 90
I was a
days,
helper and I knew that.
90 days to 6 months, excuse me, yeah.
I mean, it was mine.
No, and really, the real swing in that is going to be, are there any field issues, or do we have to make any adjustments in the field? Because again, knowing that we have a lot of underground work scheduled for the area, we're going to have to work hand in hand with your utilities departments. If there are, exactly. So if there are any issues, again, we have to operate under everything IURC, so we're going to have to dig to make sure that we get line of sight before we do any boring work, so we know we're avoiding any of the existing utilities. But that's all part of the partnership paperwork that we provided also as part of our, hey, here's the standard of work that we want to provide. And again, I wanted to come out here before we even broke ground so that we can start the chain of communication, so you guys know, give you the one, pardon the phrasing, the one neck to choke in this situation. So.
Now, let me ask you this. Are you going to expand into the county around here?
Yeah, well, our initial footprint plan actually I can tell you right now. The initial footprint would be about 11 and a half miles, and it's going to hit about 993 locations. So it's a lot of mainly the town of Hope. I think the road that we cut off on is at Richardson when you're going out of town, or We drove it, and there's some business locations on the east side of town.
Raymond.
Raymond, thank you very much, Raymond Street. So Raymond Street is kind of the cutoff for the project. It's not included in the project area right now, but that's one of the things that I've talked to our engineering staff about, making sure that we include
You're
that.
not going to Schaefer Lake then?
Actually, that's the community just south, right?
Yes.
Yes, we are planning to do Schaefer Lake. Yeah.
Zach sent me over a agreement to send to Scott, and I think I sent that to Scott a month ago to look at. But that's something that we need to work on to make sure that we as a town and Mainstream have a good liability partnership with any underground boring, and that agreement is actually sort of a generic agreement that you sent over to me, so we're going to try to tweak that in the near future and get that back, and you guys will be part of that agreement once it goes through Scott, and Scott and I discuss it. But we'll you guys will have the final say in that for sure.
Okay.
You guys have any other questions for me?
Yeah, does that agreement cover 90 days or 6 months later, they dig it down where they've got a problem, and they drill through the sewer line or something like that?
Oh, ongoing liability for any
Yeah.
issues. Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, there's definitely language in there that'll cover it. Especially, I mean, if we hit something, we're definitely going to know it right
Well,
away, and we're going to communicate with
We
the
should,
town. But yeah, definitely.
it don't always happen.
Oh no, I agree. And again, you know, we utilize subcontractors for this work, but the subcontractor that we're utilizing here is Aquila, and the guy who works there also coaches my son's baseball team. So it's very easy phone call for us to work hand in hand with them, our teams, and your guys' teams here. And we are, again, we can have the general agreement, but we also want to be able to sit down, and if your utilities department is like, hey, when you guys are working down this street, I want to be there to help guide the crews, like we're more than happy to have that type of partnership, because it is more valuable for us in the long run to take the time to do it right and not disrupt anyone's services, especially if this happens in cold season. So the worst thing that could happen is dead of winter and all of a sudden somebody doesn't have water or hot water at the house. So
I think in the agreement that I read, I think it said a year, but I can't recall for sure.
and a lot of that also goes to like IURC language, because that also ties us to like remediation for the ground and stuff like that. So if we go out and do work and 6-8 months later they didn't backfill properly and now all of a sudden you got a foot dip in the ground, we are still liable for that remediation. So
Okay. Thank you, Zach.
no problem at all. And the last thing I wanted to do, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. So I got cards for everybody here, and I want to make sure I give you one, sir, so you know who to call, and you as well, sir. Thank you. Great. Please feel free to give me a call if anybody needs anything.
Thanks.
No, unfortunately not.
Okay.
Did you guys get enough?
Sir, thank you.
You don't get one, Diane.
Yeah, I'm hearing one from me too. Thank
All
you.
right, next item is Matt.
It's me.
Oh, Scott.
If you recall, we were here last month with regard to an updated golf cart UTV ordinance. You guys passed a first reading last month. We did update it just a little bit. I just cleaned up a couple of typos and clarified the difference between golf cart and a UTV. Kind of threw out it. I sent it a couple days ago. Matt knows, looked at it. He's good with it. So assuming everybody's okay with the updates, then we just ask for a motion to approve at a final reading the new golf cart UTV ordinance.
Entertain a motion.
I'll make the motion to approve second reading.
I've got a motion to approve the second reading. Do I have a
I'll second it.
second? I've got a motion and a good second.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Do I have any discussion? Hearing none, Shannon?
Yes.
Herb?
Yes.
Ed?
Yeah.
Don? 5-0.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You stand in for Tony?
Yeah, Tony emailed me about 4 o'clock saying that he had an emergency come up, so I can give you a brief Goshen Meadows wastewater project update. We on November 3rd we had a pre-construction meeting. Omer, Diane, Jason, myself, and Tony, and Lawyers Excavating, and the pipes have been ordered for the project. We expect them to be in late November, early December, and our next meeting with Lawyers Excavating, who was the low bid for the project, is supposed to be on December 9th, pending arrival of the pipe. And if that happens, I think as of December 9th, they're going to start, right away. That's sort of their intention, and they think that it will take no more than 90 days to do the entire project. So yeah, we're excited to work with them. They seem like great people, and it's going to be a tremendous improvement to the town once it all gets done. But weather, doing a project like this in the wintertime is always, as far as the timeline goes, it may be, May before it's actually done and operational. It just depends on how cold it is and how things go. There's some concrete work that needs to happen at the wastewater treatment facility, and a lot of wiring and rerouting and things like that. So it's a big job, and I think Lawyers will do a good job for us.
Any questions? Thank you. And next up is Diamondberg.
Okay, so the first item is a second reading for ordinance 2025-06, and this is an amendment to our current salary ordinance. And the only change is the last page allowing an employee Christmas bonus of a $250 Visa card for full-time, part-time, an average 20 hours, and elected officials. So I just need a motion to pass that, please.
I'll make a motion. I have a motion from John. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a second from Herb. Any discussion? Hearing none, Shannon?
Yeah.
Herb?
Yes.
Ed?
Yeah.
Don? Yes. Me? 5-0.
Thank you.
And while you're up there, salary ordinance 2025-07.
So this is also a second reading, and this is for our 2026 salary ordinance. So what was approved last month as a first reading was a 4% increase, with the exception of the clerk treasurer, and the clerk treasurer's pay is an annual salary of $52,000.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
I have a motion and a second. Do I have any discussion? Hearing none, Shannon?
Yes.
Herb?
Yes.
Ed?
Yeah.
Don? Yes. 5-0.
Thank you. And I'll pass those for signatures.
Okay. Scott, handbook update.
Yeah, we were here last month for this as well. There's been a few changes that Diane made with I think with the HR company. Is that right?
Yeah.
To the employee handbook. I can let Diane explain what those were, but basically the ordinance just approves the new updated handbook. You guys passed it at first reading last week. Just ask that you pass it this week.
Need a motion for second?
I'll make a motion for a second reading.
I have a motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Do I have any discussion? Hearing none, Shannon?
Yes.
Herb?
Yes.
Ed?
Yeah.
John? 5-0. Thank you, Scott.
Yep.
Okay. All right, town park trash removal. And we lost our trash man. So we got discussion on how we're gonna handle that. And it was suggested to me that the utility department assume that responsibility. And we would save, what was that figure, about $4,500?
We've been paying $4,600 a year to Jeff Yarnell for trash removal.
Yeah, so we can. I mean, my goal is not to overload our utility department, but do you think that's something you could assume?
We could probably make that happen, yeah.
Okay. Hire somebody, then they do it internally. Their team will do it. Now, I just wonder, the exceptions to that would be for events like, now we're getting ready to do Christmas yesteryear. Jessica, do you guys want to take care of your own trash, or do you leave it?
We usually take care of it for 4th of July and Christmas yesterday. Oh, we don't. Did we do Christmas yesterday?
Yeah. Jeff does it.
I'll have to get on it.
We could have it to where events and rentals take care of their own trash, so it would help tremendously.
Do we have a codicil in our rental agreement for events that they take care of their own trash? And do we charge if they don't, do we charge them for that?
It's a really kind of a hard thing to monitor.
It's vague, isn't it?
Just because, sometimes we'll have 3 events on one weekend, so.
Yeah.
Unless you go back and look at cameras, it's just kind of hard to know.
The Yellow Trail has always taken care of theirs when they've had something go wrong.
So what's gonna be, are we gonna have to get an extra dumpster to? It's gonna be a lot of trash.
It is.
So what's the cost of that? What's an extra dumpster gonna cost every month?
I don't know what we got going right now for our current.
I can call Best Way and find out how much a larger dumpster.
I mean, I know we have the impression we're gonna save $4,600 a year. You're really not going to save $4,600 a year. You're going to hide $4,600 a year. So what's gonna happen is you're gonna have to rent an extra dumpster. What's that gonna cost you? $300 a month? Okay. So $300 a month, there's $3,600. Right? Okay. Well, we just ate up. Now we got $1,000 left, but I gotta pay his guys to do it, which takes away from something else they could be doing, which now means something else takes. So really, we're not saving money. You're just it's a shell game.
Okay. Yeah.
We're moving it
The
around.
other option would be to put it out for quotes.
So I reached out to a gentleman here in town that runs a waste removal business, and they shot me a number. Their number was $12,000 a year and $75 per event.
Wow.
So it is a lot. I kind of just sat down and did a little bit of math, and honestly, I don't see how Jeff was doing it for $4,600 a year. He had to be losing money. Because at the best I can figure, if I did it on the cheap, because we don't provide the bags, correct? No, so they're providing bags and everything. I mean, it was costing, on the cheap end, it would be about $6,000 a year.
You put up a bid or something, or what?
That's one of those things that do we want to do it in-house? Do we want to put it out for a bid? I don't know that. I mean, honestly, I don't think they're going to find someone to do it for the price we were getting done at.
Am I allowed to ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
So if the town provided the bags, and you had someone, what was the parameters that Jeff worked in? Like, did he clean them once a week, once a month?
So we have 14 receptacles in town. That's 12 here on the square.
Right.
One at the utility office, which is by the basketball court there, and one at Norman Park.
Okay.
So December through March, we emptied one time a week.
Okay.
April through November, 2 times per week.
Okay.
So,
So if just hypothetically, if the town provided the bags and somebody provided the service, let's just say as a mission to the community, you'd be saving some money, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, so whenever it's my turn to speak, I can speak a little bit more into that.
Okay.
So if you want, I can get up and speak now.
I mean, we're
I'm
talking about the road. I mean, it's just an open discussion, so.
All right. Well, my name is John Marcus. I'm the pastor at Hope Wesleyan down on Washington and Elm. I've been here for about 8 years. President, thank you for allowing me to approach the floor. We are looking to be involved in the community. We have been looking to be involved in the community in many different areas. We partner with Student Funds of Hope in a lot of things that they do. We partner with Jeff with Community Center on a lot of things that he does. We're eager to be here. So 3 things that I wanted to approach the board tonight with is, first, we've reached the capacity at our place of worship right now that we're ready to expand. And so we're looking to seek information. We have looked into an architect. His name is Dick Malcolm, and he's out of Rushville. And he wanted me to approach the board tonight to see if I can lay the groundwork for him to come in and get some information about permits and where we need to be in compliance with you and the town and the community for our new structure, which will be 42 by 60, and it'll be a pole structure of sorts, and it will not block any of the corner view. We'll be 10 feet off the sidewalk from the corner all the way around, and so we'll need permits, obviously, for probably having to move the main water line, which will involve the utility company as well. So we're going to need all of that, and so just wondering where we need to jump in for that, and this is definitely go ahead.
Okay, well, I'm a little confused here because I thought we were talking about trash.
We are, and I'm getting to that.
Well, let's get to the trash.
Okay, so the trash, the church wants to offer our services to the community, and so if the community is willing to provide the bags, the church is willing to provide the service.
Okay, and what?
Nothing.
They're doing it as a mission to the community. So basically as a volunteer service.
Let me ask you this. So your mission will be to take the trash, where are you gonna take it to? Are you,
To the dump.
Okay.
We'll take it out to the dump.
so you guys are gonna take the trash and dispose of it?
You won't have to see
Basically
it.
be the new Jeff.
Huh?
Be the new Jeff.
All we do is provide the bags.
That's all I need you to do is just provide the bags.
Can we get those on order real quick?
Yes.
Oh,
And this is not out of haste. This is something, and Mr. Wallstead can confirm this as he's part of the church. This is something that our church has been praying for opportunities to, and Mr. Eckert can confirm this as well. We try to partner as well as we can with the community, and this is a great place for us to partner with you guys and your guys' leadership, and this just gives us a chance to feedback. We're not out anything, and you guys are up.
so in place that will do that,
Yes.
and how many people is on that team?
4.
Oh, yeah. You guys should be able to do it fairly quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, I figured one guy doing it by himself, 2 hours.
Yeah.
To run, and not even really 2 hours, more like an hour and a half, but, run into issues here and there.
Did Jeff do it on specific days?
He did it, I believe, Tuesdays and Thursdays, but it might have been Sundays.
The
and
contract
Thursdays.
stated specific days. Trash is to be either picked up Thursday or Friday during the months. Trash is picked up twice a week, and on Mondays the other.
I think the thought was because it's after the weekend.
So Fridays,
Yeah, so,
Fridays,
you know.
Mondays make sense.
Mondays, Thursdays. I don't think.
Remember it's Thursdays and Fridays.
If you're willing
We
to
would love
provide
to
the
partner
service,
with you. We can
I mean, this is-
definitely.
Well, I mean, we're
Okay, I'm gonna make a suggestion. That we provide them a token amount of money, and they provide the bags.
I mean, it's half one dozen or the other. I mean, that's fine
I don't know
too.
what bags cost, but that way we're not out.
Would you have a place to put them though?
The
Like,
bags?
Your facility, yeah.
Are we talking about trash bags?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or
Yes.
like, would you prefer to get them from here or the utility department? I mean,
It-
it's gonna make another stop for you. that's
I
what I'm
mean,
saying.
there again, either one. That doesn't make a difference to us. We got a place to store the bags if we need to, but if you'd rather store them at your place to make sure that they were used for your purpose, we can
I'd
come pick them
rather
up.
Get them, you store them, you do it.
Mr. President, whatever you
How
prefer.
how does that sound to the council?
yeah, I would just, provide a financial designated amount. Here you go.
And that
We
way we,
buy bags every year.
and there, we have a contract, there's a financial element involved.
You can use the same template of contract, just change the amount and just go.
Okay.
What's the council's
And
thoughts on
you don't foresee any issue that you don't follow that same schedule of one time per week, 3
What-
months, or 3 months out of the year, and then twice a week for 9 months. No issue.
No, I don't see any issue in that at all. No. Not at all. I'm confident in my team.
Would anybody on your team want to be your building and zoning?
No. No.
Good answer.
Just thought I'd ask. We definitely want to partner with you. We can work out all the nuts and bolts.
Okay.
I feel like,
And I can pause on the rest of my spill, Mr. President, if you wish.
How much were bags gonna cost?
we have to invest, we have to look at that kind of stuff.
Pardon?
I looked at some pricing of bags buying in bulk. I looked at, so one of Jeff's complaints was had issues getting them out of the trash cans. They like to tear some of the stuff that's been put in the trash cans, want to rip the bags. I looked at like the re-mill bags, which are like heavy duty contractor style.
Yeah, we need-
Basically, I just did a quick search on Granger, looked up price. I figured up changing them, how many times I'd have to change them per week. it was looking to be like $1,500 for a year to buy bags. Because you got to change them about 250 times.
I think we have a plethora of bags somewhere.
Plethora sounds great.
There's some in the shelter house, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I even went a little on the high end. Just, I always figure worst case scenario. So
Yeah, back by the way.
At the same time, Council and Mr. President, I'm not trying to take food from anybody else's mouth here in town. So if there's somebody that local that is needing to eat,
Well, we
please.
had somebody offer to do it for $12,000, but
that's just way more than we can financially
Yeah.
afford
Right.
to pay.
so
I'm not necessarily opposed to having the utility department do it. I'm also like, I don't want to overload. We have a very small utility department.
Well, and I know Mr. Jason works hard with his family and he's involved, and you know, if we can just help, that's all we want to do.
I'm all for keeping stuff in house if we can, but
Yeah.
I also know that sometimes it's not always the best idea.
So you're thinking 1,500 to provide the bags.
My say is we just provide like a $1,500 allotment a
Stipend.
year, stipend. Yeah.
Stipend that they can use for
Here we go.
bags or.
And if they run out, you come back.
Or we'll make it work from there.
Yeah. I mean, that's.
I think that's great.
We give you here you go. It's
Okay.
just your financial allotment.
Okay.
We
If
appreciate it.
$1,500 covers it and you got extra left over, good for you. If it costs you more than that, you're on the hook for the remainder of.
I don't feel
I like how you work, Herbie. I like how you work.
Yeah.
You always gotta have somebody on the fall guy. I like it. I like it. I like it.
Can we collect all the bags that are around wherever they're at, and then make sure that they get in his hands, and then
And me personally, I don't know that even during the winter months, they're all going to need to be changed one time a week.
Well, I will honor once a week, and if obviously
I don't want
if
stuff
the
going to the
bag is
landfill.
empty, I'm not gonna change it.
Sure.
okay.
I don't want
so,
stuff going to the landfill that doesn't really. If it
I mean,
doesn't
I
need
will
to go,
only-
it doesn't need to go.
I will only change the bag if it's needing to be changed. I mean, if there's only an aluminum can in there, I'm not gonna change it.
My feeling is if it's half or more, then it needs to be changed.
My goal.
That needs to be changed.
My goal would be half. I would change it.
Yeah.
I mean,
If it's half or more, it's changed.
especially during the winter months.
Yeah.
If it's during the summer months and it's 100 degrees outside,
And you got raw
you
chicken
know
from
what's in there, it
Marathon.
might
Yeah.
stink.
Yeah.
You know.
All right. I think,
So I move that,
okay, we need a motion.
that's what we're ready to do. I move that we accept their
Well, we probably will put an
with.
agreement together and then just approve the agreement.
Can you put some kind of proposal
Absolutely.
together for us
Yes, sir.
for our next council meeting?
Yes,
I
sir.
mean, obviously, we'll still have one more meeting before the end of this year. By next meeting, we definitely have to make some kind of a decision.
Jeff has it covered until the end of the year.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Absolutely.
that would be awesome.
Yeah.
You just give us
Or we
some
could
kind
just
of,
use the agreement we have with
Yeah.
Jeff.
Might
We'll
have
change
been
the
different.
give you
wording a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Mr. President, if you want me to wait for the other, I can wait until my allotted time.
No, you're up there just.
Okay, go ahead. Okay.
Just do it.
So we have had the great opportunity to see some opportunities for us to expand. So we will be moving on to a 42 by 60. We have looked at an architect, like I said earlier. His name is Dick Malcolm. He's out of Rushville. He asked that I meet with you guys tonight to lay the groundwork for him to come in and start getting some permits. This is new work for me. I've not ever done this before. I've been under the counsel of Pastor Scott, and he's kind of he's going to be helping me and help me a little bit. But I just kind of need to know where to start with that.
Planning commission, and you get your documents together, come to the planning commission, and we'll approve. The planning commission will either allow it or disapprove it, and then we'll move from there, and then it comes to the council for approval.
Okay. And then,
So Jason can help you with
Okay.
that, so feel free to talk to Jason, and I want to thank you.
Okay, and then one last thing, if I can take we're on March 28th. We're planning on having a community day down at Norman Park, and just wondered if we're allowed to have a bounce house down there.
You can with the right insurance. You have to have insurance coverage for that.
We do have that.
Okay. As
So
long as you have insurance
That's like
coverage
event
that,
insurance or
that
whatever.
covers you for a bounce house, we're good to go.
okay.
But
Provide us a copy.
don't
of
even
that.
think about putting it down there without
You normally get
coverage,
copies of it.
Yep. No, that won't be a problem, sir.
because then we get mean.
Yep. I understand.
And we're all trying to be nice guys here.
Yeah, it's
All
like event insurance or whatever. So.
John, get with me this week. Maybe we can do lunch.
Okay.
Like we've been talking
Yes.
about.
Yes, that'd be great. All right. Thank you, Council. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I will get you all the information for the insurance rider, and then we'll talk about the plans.
Go feed my baby.
Ed Johnson.
Mine's pretty quick. Reagan Church is having a Thanksgiving dinner, supper, whatever you want to call it, Saturday night. Part of it's drive-through, part of it is you can go in and sit down and eat. And we want to close, I think that's Locust Street, that kind of side of the church. We'd like to close that from 4 to 8 o'clock or whenever they get through.
I don't have an issue with it. They do a really good job. They get people out there directing traffic. They don't have any issues each year. They've done it the last couple of years.
Okay.
I
We need a motion.
motion to approve closing Logan Street.
I'll second.
Okay, any discussion? Shannon?
Yes.
Herb?
Yes.
Ed? John? Yes. 4-0, Ed abstained. Okay, that was quick. Jessica?
Get all official behind the podium. I am here to request use of the square for Christmas of Yesteryear, the Yellowtail Museum's annual Christmas event. It'll be Friday, December 5th, and it starts around 5:30, goes till 8. And they want to do the live nativity in the shelter house again. And they do bring in stalls for each of the animals, and they are tethered and contained.
How big are your animals?
They have 2 sheep. There's no camel, and there's no
You think
cow.
a reindeer?
No, there's no reindeer.
I don't
There's like 2 sheep, a goat, and
A camel?
there's not a camel.
A donkey.
A donkey.
Yes.
A donkey.
Okay.
So, same things they always do.
Same as every year.
Same as every year. Nothing exotic.
Okay.
No reindeer.
Nothing out of control.
Not out of control.
Big year.
It's from 5 to 8. So the live nativities are at 6 and 7. So we'll have the roving carolers going around the square, and we're partnering with Main Street to do the merchant walk to encourage people to go into each shop and do a little holiday shopping.
Are you guys doing the history tour again?
Yes. Unfortunately, we didn't get a grant for carriages, so the historic characters will be on the Willow Leaf stage at 6:30.
Oh, okay.
So people are having their chicken dinners. They can have a little entertainment.
And that's on the 5th?
That's on the 5th.
The 5th.
So no road closures or anything like that.
Need a motion to approve? We've got a motion. Do I have a second? Shannon, you second?
Yep.
Any discussion? Shannon?
Yes.
Herb?
Yes.
Ed?
Steve.
John? Yes. 4-0, Ed abstained.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
We'll go feed my baby.
I'm disappointed in the animals.
Come on next year.
I'll come to Baptist Church and tell them to get on that next year.
Well, I was thinking reindeer.
I was thinking
That would
reindeer
be-
too.
Well, I brought a picture book,
Okay.
and
You went all out.
I know. Well, I wanted, you know, when you hide things in the cloud, it's hard to bring them back from the cloud. So some of my pictures are maybe just, you know, maybe not as recent as what I would have liked. But I know that I got Diane's name from Missy Dempsey about Linda Cleland possibly stepping back from doing the flowers. And I have just started my business. This is my 3rd year doing that myself. So I'm just starting out doing that, and I think that that would be something that I'm interested in. So you guys have a copy of the proposal that I have thought out for. I do 4 season change outs, and I have that. And if you look down at the total, that's the cost of each season. But when you go down to that extra line item at the bottom, that is what the seasons would total. So like the first season, the summer, would be $6,250. And then the second season, you just add $3,750 because you're not going to do your hanging baskets. Obviously, that's just in the summer. But I only do like a minimum of 2 seasons. So you can't just opt to do 1 season because I do a minimum of 2.
Right.
You know, but you do get, if you decide to do all 4, and that includes like the winter greenery and mums. I do add decorative picks to all of my baskets. So if you like go through some of your winter pictures and see that in there, I do add extra and would, you know, keep during the winter, along with having the winter greens, I would just have extra, you know, for Easter. If you decided to opt out, a lot of people do that with pansies in the spring just because that's such a short season. The evergreens can stay in there all through the winter, and then I would just come through with those, you know, like St. Patrick's Day and add extra decorations. And just with your town being so nice and cute and all of your shops open and you've got your brand new baskets along the street, then it would be nice to keep those nice and full. Reading it right.
I'm trying to figure out what this is going to cost us annually. Now you know we have a trouble. I mean, we're broke.
And I've been hearing that, yeah. Well, and so when I worked for a gal that did Columbus. So I did downtown Columbus for like 3.5 years while I was working under somebody. And so I get my cost price kind of from her when I was working with her. So that goes into the plants, I drive my truck that has a water tank on the back. So I add in all of and I've talked with, you know, Diane and Jason a little bit about it. You know, my special recipes that I put into everything. You know, I really wish that it wasn't so much, but I think like when you do go get a Christmas tree, it's $120 for a Christmas tree that's live. You know, you go to Lowe's or Menards and you get a hydrangea and they're $70. I don't know why, but plants they're just expensive. I know Linda had her greenhouse and I used to have one, so that's where I know how to raise stuff, is just because I've done it for so long. But I have to go buy my plants, you know, and hold them in a place, and then I have to pay rent there, and you know, all the costs for that always adds up. But you do have the option, you know, you can do a minimum of 2 seasons. So you could do like, you know, summer and fall, but then you wouldn't have your evergreens for your winter, you know, stuff. If you wanted to include the winter and not do the spring, then, you know, that line item would be $13,000. I know it just sounds like a lot, but that's just like the plants and the driving around. I would come up and water. I put everybody on a water maintenance schedule. So I come up, I water, prune, worry about pests. I do fungicide treatments, do all that. So
What's the will of the council?
So you're gonna take care of all of that. Now normally we have someone part-time that did the watering and stuff. Okay, so that would save us money there, and will he not be coming back to do that?
No.
Can you explain the price difference on the summer, fall, spring, the last column in your packet that you just handed us?
Right. So the last one would be like that pansy. Season. So the winter is still, I do everything by the pot. Like, no matter what size, no matter what it is, because it's still a trip there, it's still plants, it's still a design, it's still that. But when you get into your pansies, I just give some a little break, for being like, oh, we are going to do all season long. So I just, instead of costing the total, the $3,750 for all the pots, it would just be $1,250. But still, for the whole year, that's $15,000 for the whole year. And that includes that price break. But if you wanted to exclude your pansies and just do your summer flowers that you would put in, around Mother's Day, whenever it's good to put out, and then you would jump into your mums in the fall, probably like the middle of September, and then I put out all of my evergreens like that first week in November, and then I go through and add in your Thanksgiving picks and all the different decorations that go along with your winter.
So when I look here at this and it says, for example, 3 seasons, summer, fall, winter.
Right.
So when do your summer flowers go in?
Mother's Day, like May. Yeah. And that way don't have to cover them up or anything.
If I could, like Leanna said, we did have a meeting with Shannon and Jason and myself, and she presented the 4 seasons, and I know in the past we've done 2. We've done summer and fall, but I would really like to see the council try the 4 seasons, because we have events all year.
Yeah.
And I think we want our store to look great all year, not just in certain seasons. So
how much are we spending now?
That's what I was going to ask you.
Pretty close to the 8,000, and the 8,000 is what we have budgeted.
Was it 8,000 for the flower person, and then was there extra for the guy who?
It was his
total.
Yeah, it was for both. Yeah, and I do think Linda was like giving us a really, really good deal. And like she said, she had her own flowers, so I think that we certainly appreciate. And I do want to say that, Linda, she did it, I think, about 10 years, and Barry, and they both did an excellent job, and she did recommend Leanna as well. So I would like to recommend that we try the 4 seasons for a year and just see how it goes, and we can take the additional out of edit fund projects.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's about saying that we were paying for 4 seasons with Linda, we'd be paying about the same price.
True, because it was about, that's true.
So, you're only doing 2 from her, so.
I think Linda did a wonderful job.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
But I feel like Leanna is going to bring a whole nother dimension and level to what Linda was doing, and we're going to hold you to, we're going to have high expectations if this is approved.
Right.
But I think that you will bring the town to a whole nother level as far as flowers go. And it's always great wherever I travel to see the flowers in the fall and winter and spring and any time of year. It definitely makes a huge noticeable difference in the happiness of a community.
You don't notice it until you don't have it. And then as soon as they're gone, they're like, oh, that pot's empty. Yeah. Yes. But you're welcome to take your time and think about it, and,
I'd like to put this to bed tonight. So what's everybody's thoughts? Just because I want it doesn't mean it has to happen.
I like it. I like the 4 seasons. I agree. I think it will add something for us that will be way more attractive, especially, just the sample you've provided. These look really good. I mean,
Those aren't even the ones that are in the cloud that I couldn't get on the paper.
Especially during the winter time, to have something, everybody gets that wintertime blues.
Yeah.
It's nice if you come down here and see it.
Sure.
And we take pride in our town. I mean, we want it to look good and want people to come here, so.
Do I have a motion for 4?
I will make the motion to approve the contract with Four Seasons.
Is that 15,000?
Yeah,
Yes.
50.
I have a motion properly made. Do I have a second? Okay, normally I don't make motions. I rely on the council to do that for me. But I will second this one.
Okay.
Now, you have a motion properly made and seconded. Do I have any discussion?
I feel like we should do 3. I feel like it's a big jump. Like, I love everything that you do.
And if you,
And it's not like we couldn't do the 4 seasons
It's,
in the next cycle. Oh, we can do it now.
it's $2,000 total.
There was a break on the 4th one.
Yeah.
There is a break off of one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's only 2,000.
Yeah, not too great.
$2,000 difference.
and if you
Don't be a
want,
Scrooge this time.
But we don't want to pay for trash. But what was you going to say?
I was just gonna say, if you wanted that approved and you've got your upcoming event, I would go up and like put evergreens in like next week. That way you would be ready for.
It sounds so good.
Well, because you have your event on the 5th, right?
Right, yes.
It's not that you're really spending on water. You were spending the same
Well,
amount,
we were spending-
but you're only doing it for 2
For
seasons.
Yeah.
Which was $2,000 more.
Well, and then like when you have your mums in, your mums almost take more water.
Right.
So then in October, because their roots are like that big, so then that's an extra water trip, like that's 4 waterings.
So we shouldn't do moms, is what you're saying?
No, I'm saying like that. Well, I'm just saying like, oh, it's just like that cost just goes into like, oh, that's another, water trip. So everything looks good all the time. And then when I'm up here, if something doesn't look good, then I just swap it out. Like nothing is ever going to look bad. And if something doesn't look right, then I.
If you don't like it for the first year, you can always have the option.
I mean, that is true. It's either go
Do I
short
have
and
any,
go longer, or go longer and go shorter.
do I have any other discussion? Ed?
No, I think it's a lot of money, but.
Yeah.
It is a lot of money.
But it's beautiful stuff.
I
I'm not
also,
trying to
I
like
also hear people make comments about the flowers on the store.
Yes, I know.
John?
Because it is
So
pretty.
good.
Yeah.
It always
Because
looks
they're
so
so
good.
together.
And they did.
It does make a town.
I'm gonna say,
I think Leanna's gonna make it look even prettier than it's ever been.
For sure.
Well, I do have ideas already just in case.
We have very high standards.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other discussion? Shannon?
Yes.
Herb?
Yes.
Ed?
yeah.
John? Yes. 5-0.
It would be beautiful, I know. But it is
And
it's
I'll get
rough.
with you soon about
Be pretty neat sheet.
Off my next surgery
All right.
now.
Next item, employee Christmas party. Let me sit
Maybe sweat.
Oh, just say.
I'll go up there.
I'm already up now.
Well, thank you guys so much. I look forward to making your town look fantastic.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm sure you will.
You guys have a good evening. Good to see you again.
Same here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Got enough
And I will make this very quick. you received invitations, so our town Christmas party, our employee Christmas party is December 10th at 6 o'clock. And we are changing locations. Omar suggested the Hope Masonic Lodge, so we're not going too far, but we're going to go to that location. Just wanted to let you know that Omar suggested, of course, we want to do a donation. So I would do a $100 donation for the use of their building. So I just wanted to let you know about that, and then also ask for permission, as I have in the past, to cash in some Visa rewards for prizes for the party. So we have 27,000 rewards built up. I would just use 20,000 of those, which will give us about $200 in gift cards. So no cost to the town, but just permission to use the rewards for that, for our party. As we have.
When is the party and it's where?
It's December 10th at 6 o'clock at the Hope Masonic Lodge. And we are going to have the same caterers as last year. It'll be a different menu, but it'll be Sheila and Floyd Johnson, and it's going to be chicken and noodles and mashed potatoes and all kinds of carbs to put us right off to sleep that night.
Diabetic stream.
It'll be delicious, and then Heather's sweets as normal, so everybody loves those. So I would just, if that all sounds good to you, I just need a motion for the use of the Visa rewards.
I'll make a motion to approve the use of Visa rewards.
I'll second it.
I have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. Shannon?
Yes.
Herb?
Yes.
Ed?
Yeah.
John? Yes. 5-0.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Street cuts.
First, I'd like to thank our town marshal for giving us all of those Visa rewards. He's the main responsible party for that. He likes to use our town Visa card often. Street cuts were done last week. They repaved over them. Are the open holes that were filled with gravel. Got those done. I'd like to thank Jason for me calling him in a short amount of time. Robertson Paving, Eric Robertson called me at about 10 o'clock in the morning with an estimate of $3,500, saying he could be there today to do them, and if he had to come back, since they were out doing a paving job in the Hartsville area, and he could stop by in the afternoon to repave those street cuts that we had for $3,500. But if he had to come back, it would be $5,500. So I called Jason Mack to see if he could make that happen, and so Jason had to go through to each one of those 4 street cuts and dig out some of the gravel so they could put some asphalt in there. I appreciate you doing that in such a brief time, but without much notice, but it saved the town $2,000 by getting it done that day. And so anyway, long story short, we got our street cuts done. I'm expecting a bill for $3,500 from Robertson Paving sometime this month, and the only thing else that we need to do is where we had some saw cuts in the asphalt, we'll need to put some sealant on there, and the company that did our seal coating, which is called Naira, their rep by the name of Chuck Sparrick will be here on Monday, and he's going to give us some sealant to try out to cover up those saw cuts that are still on Washington Street. So once we get that, I'll get that over to Jason, and he and his guys can go and fill in those holes so we don't get a whole lot of water and moisture down inside those
those filled holes.
Okay.
Okay.
GIS.
GIS. So it's that time of year again where Esri would like an additional $1,500 for our GIS mapping system. It's a yearly contract, and I know Jason Mack's been using it some for his locates. And so it's $1,500 just like it was last year. So I wanted to present that and see if I could get approval to send them a check for $1,500 to continue with our GIS.
Is the mapping all done?
No, it's in progress. Most of our mapping that we paid for a couple of years ago is done and on the map, but there's still several portions of town that we need to have surveyed and them installed into our Esri program.
Will that be an ongoing process?
Yes.
That things change and.
Yes.
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 So I'd like to see us do this if I could get a motion.
I'll make the motion to approve.
Got a motion from Herbie. I have a second. Did I have a second?
I second that.
Ed seconded. Any discussion? Shannon?
Yes.
Herb?
Yes.
Ed?
Yeah.
Don? Yes. Yeah, on zero. So, do we have anything else going on? Any burning desires? Okay. I think we're done. Yeah. Unless somebody has this, and I can't tell the number, but.
41.
Yeah. Unless somebody has a burning desire, I'm going to deem this meeting closed and thank everybody for their input and for their hard work. I appreciate it.